Can you feel that? That thing that's beating in your doggone chest right now. Can you feel that? Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Can you feel that?
Hello, what's up? And what's up? Welcome back for yet another retro game of the day, and we're checking out Madden 08 on the 360, man. And today we gotta talk about some dislikes and some likes that I liked about this game. Number one, I like the replay system. The replay system was pretty cool. It flowed nicely. I like the tackling animations. They flowed nicely for the most part and stuff like that. And there's a lot of similarities from Madden 08 on the 360 to Madden 15 on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Now, one thing that I loved about this game was the weapons. I'm not even gonna lie. I like the fact that you could tell, what type of players you had, if you look at their feet. If you look at their feet, you saw that Vince Young, he was a speed guy. When you see Jamarcus Russell, he had a cannon for an arm. He had a couple of brick wall players and stuff like that. That just means that they were good at stopping the run. Some old linemen would have like a bulldozer. That means that they could plow the way. Some of them would have like a shield, and that meant that they could, protect the quarterback very well. So the weapon system, I loved it, especially because remember in this game, Devin Hester had a 100 speed. You know what I mean? So the fact that he had, some like speed animation or speed symbol underneath his feet, meant that you better watch out for him. And I loved it. Namdi, Champ Bailey, these guys were shut down corners. They had the shutdown symbol underneath their feet and stuff like that. And I loved it. But after Madden 09, they stopped it. They stopped that, and I don't know why. Because if you look at basketball games, they all have it. If someone's a good three-point shooter, they have it by their feet. If somebody can dunk the ball very well, they have it underneath their feet. I remember in 2K's past, if you was a great defender, you would have like a lockdown symbol, by you and stuff like that. So I kind of miss them. I wish that they would bring them back just because, it lets people who might not know who these guys are, hey, this guy's pretty fast, without actually having to look through the depth chart. Because a lot of times, the good players in Madden, the great players in Madden, they would take time out to look through the depth chart, who can do what good, yada, yada, yada. A lot of people just want to get the game, play it, have some fun, and, call it a day. As I get a Yahoo, baiting the computer right there, man. But there was plenty of things to hate about this game. There was plenty of things to hate about this game. And number one, this really made it apparent that 2K didn't have a chance to make an NFL game for a while. This is 08, so of course they came out with All Pro Football 2K8, and that game, gameplay-wise, what happened on the field was a lot better. If you think about it, they had refs. If you look closely, there are no refs on the field in Madden 08. There was no refs on the field in Madden 09, I believe. It took Madden 10, I believe it was Madden 10, Madden when we finally got refs back on the field. If you look down on the other end of the field, you see how it's blurry. I actually like that in this game because that's how it is, in real life. If you're focused on whatever's behind it, it's going to be kind of blurry and stuff like that. But going back to the comparisons from All Pro Football 2K8, they both didn't have mouthpieces. And that's what I hated. I hated that because on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, original Xbox, the Madden games, you have mouthpieces. ESPN 2K5, you have mouthpieces. In All Pro Football 2K8 and in this Madden, you didn't have any mouthpieces. My biggest pet peeve with this game wasn't the refs. It wasn't, the glitches online. This game was full of glitches online. Oh my gosh, I couldn't stand it. But my biggest pet peeve with this game is that you had 3 different visors to choose from. You had clear, you had what else did you have? Brain fart. Hang on. You had clear, you had dark, and you had smoke, right? So clear, of course, is the clear ones that you see a lot of NFL players have. Like Mike Vick, he rocks a clear run. Frank Gore used to rock a clear run. The dark ones would be like the one that Brian Dawkins had, the one that LaDainian Tomlinson had, and the smoke ones would kind of have like that tint of dark, but it was mostly still clear. But it was cloudy or smoky for the most part, right? Okay. Anyways, in Madden and in NCAA 07, 08, 09, you had all the visors look the same. If you pick clear, clear looked like dark. If you pick dark, dark looked just like clear, and smoke, it didn't matter. It was going to look like both of them. So it didn't even matter to have 3 different categories because they couldn't even get that right. So the fact that there was no refs, the fact that, oh my gosh, the fact that graphically this game took such a big leap from the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox that when it didn't have these other things, you were like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, what made Madden so, innovative back in the day, is that, it felt like football. It felt like football. Another thing that I hated about this game is that John Madden was no longer in the booth. And I'm thinking to myself, that was one of the main reasons to get this game, to get Madden, because you get to hear John Madden. For all of our sim heads out there, you knew when John Madden did a football game, it was a big game. So you wanted to tune in. John Madden was going to lay down the vocals, and you were going to sit back, relax, get a couple of booms, a couple of this and that, you know what I mean? And it was going to be a fantastic game, one, because John Madden was calling it, and of course, it was going to be one of the best games of the week. But they took him out, they put in some radio dude who wasn't a real guy, and it's like, it sucked. I'm like, what is going on? Another thing, because all the people who love 2K, they were pissed off, they started making videos comparing this game to 2K5. And one of the other things that you didn't see was the sidelines, and it's still a problem today in Madden. We don't have real players on the sideline. Now, in years past, like in this game, you just had a whole bunch of fake-looking people. At least in these years, Maddens, you have some people, Madden 25, Madden 15 on Next Gen. You do have players that actually will wear the real players' numbers, but don't look nothing like them. If you're playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers and you're on defense, you will see a number 7 on the sideline, but he'll be black when we all know that Ben Roethlisberger is white. I'm just saying, it's dumb. But again, in ESPN 2K5 and All Pro Football 2K, if you use, let's say, All Pro Football 2K8, if you don't know, you use Legends. Right? It wasn't NFL license. It was fake teams, legend players, and fake players. If you had Barry Sanders on your team and you was on defense, you would actually see Barry Sanders on the sideline. And it was dope to me. It was cool. It was fantastic. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this thing, it had its perks. This game was solid. A lot of things that they were hyping up for this year's game, we already had in this year, in Madden 08. As far as jumping the snap count, you see great jump. The defensive linemen are jumping the snap count. You can do that in this year's game. Who knew? Right? The fact that when you score a touchdown, how you don't get a cutscene, how it goes straight into the animation of like the celebration. You had that in this. So there's a lot of similarities from this game to Madden 25, which is sad. But anyways, I'm gonna bring you guys some more 360 gameplay for the retro game of the day. We will still mix in some PlayStation 2, but for the most part, we're gonna focus on the 360 stuff. I'm gonna bring some more ESPN 2K5, All Pro 2K8, and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, another great thing that they had in this game as I wrap this one up was the hit stick 2.0. You could finally chop low. You could finally go for somebody's knees if they're a big running back, like a Jerome Bettis type. You could finally chop them, which was pretty cool, man. But that's going to wrap this thing up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know I already enjoyed bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day, and I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Hats off.